He's like, what was that? My family makes fun of me all the time because they're like, are you sure you're ever going to have a kid? Because you're obsessed with him. And I'm like, well, first off, you're hurting my feelings because he is my kid. Your dogs get to come to the office with you sometimes,
Yeah,
too.
we rotate. I mean, obviously I have many, furry and real kids. So I rotate. Tomorrow I think I'm going to bring my actual kids. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Dog Mom Podcast. Today we have another very special guest, Jenna, who is the momager of Mr. Corgington, who's right here. I'm sure the microphone's gonna pick up his munching noises, his licking noises. So thank you so much for coming onto the show and bringing Mr.
He's excited. Clearly, I couldn't leave him because I feared he was gonna have FOMO if he was left home on his own. I'm sure you've seen the video of him howling at the camera. We don't really leave him alone, but if I did, I'd hear a lot about it later on.
Yeah, I'm sure. So Mr. is actually very special because he is one of our ambassadors.
Yes, he loves ZippyPaws. ZippyPaws is one of his favorite brands. We're making a room for him right now, and all the toys at the bottom are the ones that he's supposed to be able to get whenever he wants to, play. And they're all just full of ZippyPaws. It looks like a ZippyPaws fan room right now.
He is no stranger to our headquarters because he was here last time to do the Halloween photo shoot.
Oh, yeah. He enjoyed that. Tori was his little stylist, and he became a ghost, and he did so good. He loves doing the photo shoots.
Yeah, and he's not afraid of people touching him or putting things on him.
Oh no, you can do just about anything with him. He's my child. He's so used to me bugging him, and he does whatever I kind of grab him to do. Mm-hmm. He's like, what was that?
He is so adorable. And how did you get started with posting pictures of him on Instagram? Is this something you wanted to do before?
No, so it was just kind of our way to share photos and videos of him with our family members and just have a little memory spot for all his pictures and with stuff. I didn't realize what it was going to grow into, and I'm definitely really happy that we continued with it and posted him, and I enjoy it so much. I have a lot of fun doing it, so that's why we did it, and we still continue to do it.
So ZippyPaws, we started our ambassador program, I think maybe a few years ago, and at first it was kind of a yearly thing, but now this year we've changed it to a quarter. I don't know why I said semester. We're not in school. But every quarter we kind of rotate, so we always get fresh dogs to have a chance to become an ambassador. And what we try to do is we just have a group of 15 or 10 or 15 dogs that we can send our newest products to, so you guys are the first to test, make some UGC for us. This way we can, if we're launching something, we have a lot of content, and then we can put it out there. And we try to keep it kind of really varied in terms of following size, what type of dogs, and breeds of dogs. And we just try to make it so that people in the community who enjoy our products can join in on the fun and kind of collaborate with us, right?
Definitely.
So that's kind of what our ambassador program is. And then also you get a coupon for your own use and a coupon to share with your followers as well. So just an added bonus to the program. And, we've had instances where we've had really special events for our ambassadors. Like for you, for example, I know this year for Super Zoo, we invited you guys to come. I think there are a few ambassadors that came to Super Zoo with us.
That was a lot of fun. That was so much fun. It was such an incredible experience for him and us, of course. We found new brands that we had never seen before, brands that we love. We finally kind of got to meet. It was a really, really cool opportunity. We were really glad to get the chance to go.
Yeah, we've had like 2 or 3 dogs in the booth like at the same time.
Yeah, Mr. actually met one of the other ambassadors from the term before, and him and Patches immediately hit it off. They were just zooming on their leashes, trying to wrestle. They had so much fun. It was nice to put the parents' face to the name, because on the dog Instagrams, you only really see the dog, so you don't know who's behind it all. So it's really cool to meet each other and see how the dogs interact with each other.
Yeah, and you don't really remember the parents' names usually.
No, it's usually like, oh, that's so-and-so's mom. Yeah.
So-and-so's manager.
Yeah, I think when the first time I got, oh, are you Mr. Corgington's mom? I was like, me? Yes, I am. How do you know my dog? That was so cool. I think it's an honor to be referred to as Mr. Corgington's mom. So no shame to those that do forget the names of the pet parents.
I can't remember. I do remember the name of the dog though. So guilty as charged. But it's crazy how they recognize Mr. because there's so many corgis and so many corgi influencers as well. So I'm surprised that they can. Maybe they saw you and they
usually remember him from the racing. We had I think he had to have been like 4 or 5 years old. We were walking at Puptopia and he passed by and he was like, oh, that's Mr. Corgington. And I was like, yes, that is. And he's like, I saw him race at Nationals. And we were like, oh my gosh. So he does a lot of the corgi races, which is a lot of fun, and he's pretty good at it. But yeah, definitely really cool to see that people remember him from then, because I'm like, that was such an awe moment for me that I'm like, wait, other people saw it too?
Yeah, and speaking of racing, how did you guys get into that?
We always thought he was super fast, and we saw Corgi Nationals, and it's kind of a lottery system, so we applied every year and unfortunately didn't get in. They started a little like event at like SoCal Corgi Beach Day, the different events that they do. They started a speed zone, and we were like, we have to go. And so we went, and Mr. did it. He got a 1.8 something, but he got the fastest corgi, so you automatically get a spot if you win the fastest corgi of the speed zone.
Oh, interesting.
So then he got the spot, and that's kind of how we got into it. He's done a couple of other races that people have reached out to him, like San Jose, I think the Barracudas, they did corgi race on the ice. Mr. did that one and he won. That was so much fun. But yeah, just we've always thought he was really fast.
Really
and we thought, you know what, this could be a fun way to put him to the test. And he's exceeded the limits.
Yeah, and he has the Nationals coming up soon.
Oh, so. Yes. February 15th, he has Winter Nationals. He won fastest corgi of Pismo when they did that event a couple months ago. So we're super excited to do that one.
So he has a wall of like trophies and medals.
We're building the room right now, and today we're actually going to put the shelves in. He has a couple of trophies that will be put up. He won 3rd place of Corgi Nationals the first time that he did it. This time will be his 2nd time racing.
Okay, so
Nationals.
We're hoping for first.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Last time I was at the Santa Anita racetrack with my kids, and I was just wondering, like, how do the horses know when the doors open? You have to go as fast as you can. Like, how does Mr. know that you have to run?
That's really all in Dad. Dad is so good at amping him up. I'm on the other side, and I don't know if you've seen any videos of it, but I go crazy myself. I'm like, I'm gonna pet this dog, Mister, I'm leaving, because whenever I leave, he doesn't like me leaving him. He's with me about 24/7. So if I am leaving, he's like, you don't leave me. So that's kind of what we'll do is Dad has him and he amps him up. I'm on the other side, and he's like, we can't separate. It's also a corgi thing for the herding of like,
right,
circling you. So when I'm out of the circle, it's like a, whoa, Mom, what's going on here?
Yeah, so maybe it's like kind of instinct, right? You don't necessarily have to teach them.
Oh, yeah.
And you just
definitely, because we get asked all the time about training, and we try, but it's more so he just enjoys it. He really, really loves to race, and I don't think I would have him do the races if I didn't think that he loved it so much. But yeah, definitely is obsessed. Whenever we're at like nationals or an event where there's racing going on, when it comes to him, he knows that it's time, it's ready. Like, when is it going to be my turn? Let's go.
Yeah, I think it's kind of that instinct of like the working dog, and corgis used to herd, and that's still, I'm sure, intrinsically in his heart, right? Like, I have a Dalmatian, and every time we bring out the stroller, not so much now that my kids are older, but if we have the stroller out, she's very protective of the stroller. If anybody is walking, like even on the other side of the road, she'll bark at them not to get close to the stroller. But when they're not in the stroller, she's a little more chill, you know. But I think it's that natural instinct to protect like the carriage back then. It's still a little bit ingrained in them that this is what their job is, and they have to do. And
awesome.
when the stroller comes out, she's like, "All right,
I'm on duty." Okay.
She's like, "Okay, I'm up." So probably with Mister, it's kind of that instinct coming out.
Oh,
as well.
definitely. It's so funny how each dog has their own, like, they just have duties that they feel like they need to fulfill. Like your dog being protective. Mister's like, I just have to be go, go, go. It's just so interesting the way different dogs are. Dalmatians are so cute, by the way. Your dog is just the cutest. How old?
She's 3. Yeah. So
Mister's going to be 5 this month.
I honestly love this age, like from 3 to like 8. They're like the best. They're just like well trained, and they have energy to keep up with you, and can go with you everywhere, which is like really awesome.
Oh yeah.
And you don't have to be like that embarrassed of them, because when they're like young, they have so much energy that
100%. Or they're still learning, so they're just a little bit embarrassing to take them out.
My dog is still very embarrassing when she goes out in public.
And Mister too, he doesn't fail.
And so speaking of training, how did you put in extra effort training him when he was a pup? Or was he just with you all the time and can, like, over time learned how he should act, basically?
So I think we got really, really lucky. Our breeder was originally going to keep him SoCal Corgis, Susie. So he was a little bit older than you typically get the pups. Instead of about 12 weeks, I think he was like 14. But she had him, and she was going to keep him as if he was going to be her own. So she was already doing the potty training, doing other things. And she even said his temperament is just so good that was one of the reasons why she wanted to keep him. But it was between him and his brother. She couldn't keep them both. So we went down to her house to meet her for the next litter, and she was like, well, I have 2 dogs. I can't keep them both. So if you want to take one of them home, you're more than welcome to. And we went and met Mister. His name was Woody at the time. He had a little Woody Toy Story toy, and immediately fell in love. It was hard to leave. We had a race the next weekend, so we were like, you know what? We'll just go ahead and pick him up after we get back from vacation, so it can be all just focused on him. And it was during COVID, too, so we had a lot of time. Yeah.
No, I think that's very important. I feel like the first 6 months especially is, like, so important to do a lot of training and spend a lot of time with them. Because that's, like, kind of like their... if you're thinking of kids, like, that's their toddler years, you need to be around and show them this is what you're expected to do.
100%.
And so that I really recommend people when especially if it's their first dog, like, the first year and especially the first 6 months, is so important that you're home all the time.
Yes.
And focus on training, because each day is like your kid's, like,
developing,
a month, right? So very, very important to drill in those
How old
basics.
was your girl when you got her the Dalmatian?
Oh, she was like 8 weeks.
Oh, nice.
9
so
weeks.
You were a little bit older.
Yeah, something like that. And, my husband in the beginning spent a lot of time, because she was, unlike other dogs I've had, I've had golden doodle and golden retrievers. So they're very, like, mellow,
Yeah.
And she was just very action oriented, right? Like, I have to do this. And she was not trusting of anyone. So in the beginning, she did not like us at all. I think I've like said this before, like she didn't like us at all. And she didn't trust us. She didn't see us as her owners or as her people. And she would always be like, why do I need to listen to you?
Yeah.
And she wouldn't let us like hug her, hold her, just very like, I'm me and I do my own thing. And it took many months before she actually like accepted us as her like owners, and now of course she's a big baby. You can like carry her and she's got her belly out and everything. But I think with her it was just very, very difficult in the beginning to kind of break through. So,
oh yeah, definitely. That is so. It's so fun watching them get older and just gain their personalities from like little puppies. They're just so fun to play with. But then as they get older, he's got some attitude. I'm sure yours has some attitude too. But just the little quirks and stuff that they have is like, how did you learn this?
Yeah, when he came in, he like immediately took to the bushes. I was suggesting you go across the street because there's a big patch of grass, and you're like, no, he likes bushes.
He will stand in bushes. It doesn't matter how big it is. He prefers, the bigger the bush, the better. He loves bushes. I don't know what it is. And it started about like 2 years ago. He's like, okay, I need to be in a bush. Like,
I mean, the man prefers a big bush, so.
Right?
And you said that, and he went immediately to the bushes and, marked all around.
Everywhere. He's like claiming territory, and he'll kick his front and back legs, and I didn't know what that was before, so I looked it up, and it was like they're really trying to leave their scent, so maybe that's what it is, but he looks really silly and cute doing it.
Yeah, he's like rearranged all of our gravel in the front.
Yeah, Mister's gonna have to do some gardening work before he goes.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I think they also do that so that it covers their poop and everything.
Maybe,
but,
yeah. Yeah, I also learned that when they do the bush thing, they're trying to look for privacy. So maybe he's just a really well-mannered corgi.
He is called Mr., so
he's got to live up to the name.
That's hilarious.
What do you think?
So going back to kind of like your time at Super Zoo, we invited you because we wanted to give some extra value to our ambassadors. And, so you can have a chance to like visit some of the other brands. And how was that experience for you?
It was so much fun going around and just learning about the different brands, what they stand for, the things that they had. Seeing your guys' booth was just, it was so perfect. If you guys look on Mr.'s Instagram, there's a couple of videos, but ZippyPaws' setup was just so cute. And he knew whenever we passed by, he wanted to go back to home base to relax, roll around, maybe find patches. When we were walking around a couple of times, we'd see patches across the way, and he would try and pull me, like, Mom, my friend's over there.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And we got to actually go with Matrix partners. Katrina took us around to, I think, like 5 or 6 different brands and gave us a really nice tour. It was really cool. Like, she gave us all of the details. She was very, very informative. But since then, there's been treats that I will buy him now just because I know that he really likes them. They don't bother his stomach. He has a very sensitive tummy. It was really cool finding different brands that we now really, really like.
Yeah, I'm just like curious because, we've been doing the shows for a long time, like 10 years, and those type of shows are like business to business, B2B. So we kind of make those booths for the, business customers, right? People from big chain stores or like, all the big customers that we have, and they come by and they see our stuff. So it's interesting to hear it from like a consumer's point of view, right? And especially for you, because you also kind of like work kind of like adjacent to like the pet industry, right? Because of him. And it's just fun to see like your experience and like seeing everything through your eyes as a customer, right?
Yeah.
Because I go and I walk the show sometimes too, and I explore brands that maybe I haven't heard of before, or like some brands that I do like or I see online, and then you get to talk to them and find out like what they're really about, like their kind of their story, and the people behind it. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, no, it was definitely really cool. And we also got to meet a couple of other dog fluencers. So it was really fun and nice. Mister's rolling around if you can't see him.
I should have set up a Mr. Cam.
But it was really fun to like make those friendships, especially the other ambassadors. Like we do comment on each other's stuff very frequently, and we do message and reach out to each other. So meeting each other was a whole new level of like, wow, like this is who we become friends with. And then since then we still talk to Blue, we still talk to Patches. Like it was really, really nice to meet everybody and to be a representative for ZippyPaws.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. And how has kind of life been as like an influencer dog parent? Do you do a lot of kind of like collabs with other brands, or what do you do currently?
So I post Mr. pretty much, or I try to do every day. It's hard sometimes, but every day I am taking pictures of him. I just don't always post. But we go to a lot of dog events. The dog events are a lot of fun for him just because seeing other corgis, we don't really have very many corgis where we live. So going to those events, letting him see his kind is a lot of fun. And we actually went to, I think it was another dog event similar to Super Zoo, but it wasn't Super Zoo. And they had a ZippyPaws going, like a little attraction area, and he tried it. He absolutely loved it, and after doing that, we actually are now doing a collab with them. They sent us a ZippyPaws set, and we are so excited because now he gets to play with it. He gets to show his friends who may not have seen it before. So we do collabs. We are ambassadors for a couple of different brands. And yeah, I just pretty much devoted to Mister. It's all about Mister. My family makes fun of me all the time because they're like, are you sure you're ever going to have a kid? Because you're obsessed with him. And I'm like, well, first off, you're hurting my feelings because he is my kid.
You're like, I don't know what you're talking about, but he's my firstborn.
Yes, exactly.
And I can assure you that, yes, if you do have kids in the future, you're going to love them and you're still going to love your dog. I know a lot of people say that when they have kids, like their dogs kind of annoy them or something, but it hasn't happened in my case.
Yeah.
And of course, I've gotten more dogs after I've had kids, so I don't feel that way.
I feel like dogs are the glue to a family.
Yeah, and they're just like part of my family. Of course, I mean, if it's like, God forbid, it's like there's a house fire. Who do I save first? I mean, yeah, I save my kids first, and then my dogs, right? But I don't see it necessarily as, they're on the back burner now. Like, we still, love them very, very much. And
your dogs get to come to the office with you sometimes,
yeah,
too.
we rotate. I mean, obviously I have many, furry and real kids. So I rotate. Tomorrow I think I'm going to bring my actual kids. But on days where I have, like, a podcast, I don't bring my dogs because then it's too much of a chaos.
They'd be wrestling right now.
Yeah, so all the lights will be on the floor.
Yeah.
But I don't see it that way, and I don't think, you will either.
No.
And, as they get older, like my golden doodle, he's like 16 and a half now, and we still like, he's sometimes incontinent. We have to, clean him up, and like we spend a lot of time on him as well. It's not like, now that I have kids, that I just
The priorities are
yeah,
going with the
no,
dogs.
it's not that. It's not that at all, at least not in my case. So
And you have a senior dog, so that says a lot. I think it definitely, they take a lot more attention and patience. So
yes.
you can deal with a toddler. You can definitely deal with a older dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my dog Kramer, he's definitely needs a lot of care. You know, he's just...
What kind of dog is he?
He's a golden doodle.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, so he's, you know, we have to keep his fur short, his nails really trimmed, and like just he needs a lot of care because sometimes he forgets to go potty outside, and you know, his cognitive, you know, abilities aren't really there, so we just have to help him. And, you know, just like senior care. So,
yes.
We love him, and you know, our kids are very like, they see us caring for a dog, and they really care for the dogs as well. So I think it's good for them to see that.
That is so special. Yeah, no, definitely. I always had dogs growing up, so I think it's a huge part of childhood to have a dog. Dogs are such good companions, especially for kids, and it shows them a little bit of responsibility too, because maybe they have to walk the dogs. I know your kids are really little, but it could be like later on down the road. You're like, okay, you're gonna walk the dogs Monday through Wednesday, and then you do the rest of the week, and then I'll do Sunday.
Or like you get to feed them, and now they still love feeding. Ever since they were little, they got up on their little chairs and they would help us feed the dogs, like put in extra supplements and things like that. So they are very involved in caring for the dogs. And just yesterday they found a lizard outside and they wanted to keep it as a pet. I'm like, you don't think we have enough pets? You want... So now we also have a lizard in a terrarium. Okay.
So you did let them. I love that. I love that.
Well, we didn't want to. He's living outside right now, but they came up to me and be like, Roman loved this lizard. And I was like, oh, okay. So you love the lizard. And so I'm like, okay, fine. You can keep it for a couple. And so they've been feeding it like a cricket and like loving it so far.
That is so cute.
I think they're just like us, like big animal lovers.
Oh, yeah. That is so funny. That's how you know when you have your people. The animal lovers.
Yeah, and you know, so are you thinking of getting like another dog?
Yeah, well, we would like one of Mr. Sun's at some point. We do want to do that, but it just a lot goes into it. So we'll definitely keep you posted on that one.
And you think you will get you want more corgis, and
yes,
are you open to like other breeds? I'm always curious to hear what other people say.
That's so hard because after Mr. I'm definitely obsessed with the corgi breed. I think we would probably, his best friend Captain is the most beautiful corgi ever. He is black and white, and he has one blue eye, one brown eye. He's actually a cardigan corgi, so I don't know if you know the corgis. There's Pembroke, and then there's cardigan. He's a cardigan. I would definitely, if we were going to steer from not a red and white and a Pembroke, we would go what Captain is. He is just, oh my gosh. I don't know if the personality is going to match his because he is so perfect, but I love the look of him, and yeah, I would definitely get a black and white cardigan.
Interesting. Yeah, I've had a friend who has Shibas, and he always said he had a reddish one and then a white one, and he was like, oh,
there's white Shibas?
Yeah, white Shibas. Yeah. He honestly just passed away last year, so
I'm so sorry.
So that's sad. But he always said he would want another black one just to
say that you've gotten the whole color scheme,
the whole pack. So I thought that was fun. But yeah, he's a Pembroke, right?
Yes, he is a Pembroke Welsh. We just found a breeder that doesn't dock the tails, so that's why he still has his tail, and I preferred it. So did Dad. Dad did all of the research, and I am so glad that we found the breeder that we did. Oh, he's like, I'll sit with you. what do you have to
he's
say?
so long.
Yeah, he is pretty long compared to most corgis, and he's a little bit skinnier, so it makes him look a little longer.
Yeah. Because I was holding him and his butt was like off the chair.
Hey, not your coffee.
So why do breeders dock some of the tails on certain breeds?
It's breed standard. They were used for herding initially for, I think it was sheep. I'm not totally positive. For herding cattle. So they docked them because they used to step on their tails and break them. So
the cows do.
They would step on the corgis' tails and that would just break them. So to prevent them from getting injured, they docked them.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not a working cattle dog anymore, so that's not what we would use him for. So we preferred the tail. There's no real reason anymore for them to not have the tail. And they're now accepting them in AKC, like dog shows and stuff.
With the undocked tails. Oh,
yes.
Interesting. Yeah, I think also maybe some breeders dock it because traditionally they've looked that way, and to get that look,
definitely
you do dock it. So
yeah. Some people just prefer that little corgi, but I think it's so cute. He has friends that have the little nub or no tail at all, really. And I think both are super, super cute. It's just whatever you prefer.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Yeah, my golden doodle, we had to dock his tail when he was older, not because of any, and golden doodles, some get docked as well.
Yeah.
But so he had a growth, like a tumor on his tail, and he didn't have enough skin to, like, after the operation to cover. So we had to dock it and kind of use that extra skin to kind of cover the nub. So it's kind of funny. I'm like, no,
now when he wags his tail, it's like
yeah, it's just a little.
It's a small little.
It's
nub.
a little thing, but yeah. So we were like, no, he actually wasn't docked when he was a baby. So because some people do ask about that, and why. So it's not that often that I see a corgi with a full tail. So now that I realize how prevalent that is.
Yeah, a lot of them. Some corgis that we've met, they're like, so he's not a full corgi? And I'm like, no, he is a full corgi. We didn't dock his tail. And then they realize, wait, so my corgi's tail was docked? And we've had to break it to a few people. And I'm like, I feel so bad. I don't know how people don't know.
I'm like, sorry to tell you, but
you were gypped a tail.
Somebody did an operation on your dog that you didn't know. That's interesting that sometimes breeders don't disclose that. They think that people know.
I guess so. There's been like 2 or 3 people that were like, I thought you would know. Yeah. So maybe I have no idea really.
Yeah, and some other breeds like Dobermans or other pit bulls, they clip their ears as well. So maybe people don't even know about that as either. They just think their ears are like that.
Yeah, I have no idea how the ear clippings work, but I think for Dobermans, doesn't it make their ears pointier?
Yeah, they make them pointier,
stick up
so
straight.
Stand up straight and has that kind of aggressive look, because when the ears are floppy, they seem a little more friendly and
a little more frumpy.
Cute. I mean, they're like really nice and like cuddly dogs, but some of them are bred to show that don't come into our house.
Protect the family,
and that's very important. So I think some of them are docked for that reason.
Yeah.
So maybe people will like see an unclipped Doberman and be like, what dog is that?
He actually has a Doberman friend, a longtime friend since like high school. She got a Doberman. Her name's Parker, and when she had initially gotten her, she was really small. She grew up, and then we hung out, and I was like, whoa, she's huge. Like, I'm a little nervous. And then after, like, being with her for a little bit, I was like, she is such a sweetheart. She's such a big baby. It's just, and it's so funny because when Dobermans, I guess it's really common when they smile, they like really like cheese. It's really funny. I've never seen a dog do that before, but she does it every time she's excited.
Yes, Dalmatians do that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that is so funny.
That thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like if I'm coming home after I've been gone for a few hours, she'll
It's
like run with the big cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And she's kind of like embarrassed of it, so she won't show it to you very much. So she'll like cheese on the side.
On the side.
Yeah. It's funny. Some dogs do that. What are Mister's like some of his favorite toys? Like what kind of toys does he like to play with?
The squirrel is one of his favorites. You guys have the humongous one of it. I thought he was gonna love it, but I guess because it's like 3 times his size, he's like not sure about it.
So he likes the minis.
Yes, he loves those ones. The spider is one of his favorites. I think it's the way it crinkles when he shakes it back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Really likes that one. And then he just got anything that squeaks is like his department. But he just got one of your guys' puzzlers, and that keeps him distracted until it's empty. And he won't leave it until it's empty. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
His look. Does he destroy squeakers, or is he pretty good with them?
If it's something like this, I'm surprised it's lasted this long. He just wants the squeaker inside. He won't ruin it. He just likes to squeak it. He'll put his head back and like squeak it a whole bunch. But if it's something like this, yes, it's going to get torn apart.
Yeah. He likes to take his time and squeak it until...
Go get it. What do you think? He also has a bacon ball, and it is like squeaker material, and it smells and tastes like bacon. I'm surprised he's never broken it. So I bought in one more because I had it for like a year and a half. So I got another one, but he doesn't tear them apart. He just likes the taste of them. And he loves his toys.
Yeah, he's a very good toy tester, and he sits very well. So is there something that with training that you did differently to get him to sit that well?
I don't know. We do a lot of rewarding. Like if I give him a command and he does it, I will give him a treat. But if I give him a command and he doesn't do it, I'll stop paying attention to him, and he doesn't like that. So when he's like, okay, why aren't you paying attention to me anymore? Then I'll go back into it, and we'll continue with a command. Okay, you did it, reward. But I think it's just consistency of, we don't hardcore train him. Mm-hmm. It's just for like certain things, like I've taught him with his right hand is pay me, and then for his left hand it's here's your change. And that took a while. We started off with just the pay me, and then after that was solid, he started doing here's your change. And then I made the mistake of thinking that both of those weren't two separate commands. So I would try and do pay me, and then here's your change, and then reward. And he stopped doing pay me and was like, I just want my change because you're going to pay me after.
Oh, very smart.
So, yeah. So now I've learned that it's what makes sense to me doesn't always make sense to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good tip, actually. And I feel like some dogs are just like naturally born with that, because I had a golden retriever birdie that was like just picture perfect in all the photos, and she knew to sit well and relax and smile.
Yeah.
But, like my Dalmatian, she like is nervous when she's sitting there and I'm like backing up to take a photo. She's like, what's going on? I don't know if I get self-conscious.
Yeah.
Self-conscious about how she looks or something. And she does not relax. So every time I'm asking her to take a photo, her like paw is up, her ears are down. She's like looking off to the side.
I think I saw the one in there, and they were talking about the photo shoot of it. The one out there.
That was like a really good photo. But day to day, she like does not relax in a photo. And my dog Birdie was just great, and she just like loved having her picture taken, and knew like, oh, like I sit like this and I look here. And perfect, He's
just very food motivated. I think that's what it is. I wish he was like okay, sit, I'm going to take a photo of you, and then that was it. if I'm going to do that, there has to be a treat or something sweet in there for him with the deal. Otherwise, it's no deal, and it's not happening, Mom.
It's very transactional.
Yes.
But that is good, because then you always have something to entice him. You know? And I feel like some dogs, maybe like they get distracted and like the treat is not the most important.
It's not enough.
Yeah, then that's
Okay. Yeah.
He's like, you have not given me attention enough in the last 30 minutes.
You know, Mom, you're yapping a lot.
All yap and no
Always
treats.
Talk about me. Do you want a treat?
Oh, yeah.
Anything that starts with "do you" is like what? Yes, I do want to do that. He's a short king for sure. Yeah, definitely. I get all the time that he looks like a mini fox, and
he does, yeah, with the
I
tail.
could see it, yeah.
Yeah, do you know kind of like the history of like how they got to be so little?
I have no idea. I know that they do have dwarfism. All Corgis do, and there's 2 genetics of dwarfism. So if they have the 2, they're definitely a lot shorter. If they only have 1 genetic of dwarfism, they're not as short. But I just know that they're dwarfs.
So they probably were picked for that like genetic mutation and then bred to keep having that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, because with cattle, like you want to be like under the cattle and, you know, around their feet more. So that makes sense.
Are you a working pup? Are you a working pup?
He's a working pup.
He is. Works too hard.
He works hard, but he gets rewarded handsomely.
Yes, 100%. Hey, it's not as expensive as paying an employee.
That's hilarious. Well, thank you so much for coming onto the show and chatting with me.
Thank you for having us.
We love seeing Mister at all of our events, and, you know, he's just such a joy.
He loves ZippyPaws, so he's really happy to be here. He knew that we were here when we were, which is also funny. I don't know how dogs know when they are, like, when they get somewhere, but as we were turning onto the road to, like, over here, he got up and was, like, sniffing, and I'm like, how do you already know? Like,
yeah, he's like, I've been here before.
Yeah,
I know the
he's
deal.
like, my girls are here. Let's go inside.
Yeah, I think the marketing girls are coming a little bit later, so he's like, where's my people?
He really loves Patrick, too.
Oh,
Patrick is, like,
course.
the last time before we were leaving, he decided to take a little nap on his lap before we left.
Oh, that's sweet. Patrick's always at the events, and, you know, he just does a great job talking with our fans and connecting, and he's our resident crazy cat guy. So he's big into cats, but, you know, soft spot for dogs.
Well, thank you so much for having us. We
Thank
definitely
you.
are happy to be here.
Thanks for coming on, and then maybe we'll talk to you another time too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.